Today on Primetime Local News, I'm joined by Conservative Senate candidate Pam Davidson, who's gearing up for Alberta's upcoming Senate election on October 18th. Thanks so much for doing this, Pam.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
So, just to open things up a little bit, I wanted to ask about your background and motivation in running for Senate. So, where would you say that this journey all started for you, and what drew you to politics originally?
Yeah, to start out with, about 7 years ago, when the NDP got in, I realized as a um, a homeschool mom that I needed to start really getting involved in our local politics. So I actually ran for local politics for in the municipal election in 2015. Being very, very new to it, I didn't know how to run a campaign, what it all took. It was a very good experience, but I didn't end up winning, which was okay. I sat in council for a year and a half to really understand what it is that they do, what is their role, how do they come to the decisions that they come to, and I just really wanted to learn how I could be involved the best way I could be as a mom, as a wife, as a Albertan. And as a citizen, what does it mean to be involved in politics, and how do we make a difference representing people? And so I started out there, and then I gradually went into provincial politics, helped with the uniting of the two conservative parties, and was very influential in uh, helping engage people in my local community in local politics, and the importance of that, and the importance of having your voice being heard, and just be participating. And so then I went from that into federal politics, where I ran just this past fall for the National Council for the Conservative Party of Canada. Again, I'm a newbie. I was an outsider coming in, running for a position that our party um, favorites are hard to beat. But I came in third, and I only came in 17 votes behind the incumbent, which was very good. And I think people recognize that I have a heart for politics, a heart for people, a heart for representing the people of Alberta authentically. And so when this position came up for Senate, the Conservative Party of Canada wanted to nominate three people to put on the ballot. And so I was asked by a couple of the MPs to think about putting my name forward. And so I took that a little bit of time, probably almost a month, to just decide whether or not this was a good fit for my family and for myself, and realized, yep, it is. My kids are all grown now. I have time in my schedule to commit to the people of Alberta should they elect me on October the 18th.
And as far as your platform's concerned, I've read that freedom of speech and property rights are pretty high on your list of priorities. Would you maybe just care to expand on those a little bit?
Yeah, property rights, I believe they're essential element to what has made Canada a great nation on earth. Because of this, I support the introduction of constitutional amended protected property rights for all Canadians. And I mean, to dive in a little bit more, I have my RPAL. I believe in the ability and the need for firearms in our country, and mostly in our province. I live on an agriculture farm, and so predators are very much an issue here. And being able to um, know how to run a firearm and use a firearm and take care of a firearm properly is super important. So that's definitely one of my bigger issues that I like.
Then, before we close, I just wanted to ask what you have planned for the remainder of your campaign as the election is only 11 days away here.
Yeah, so my team actually developed one of the big things that will set myself apart from the others is my team developed a whole video step by step voting guide for Indigenous communities, and they are sending it out to all of them and helping them in the voting area. And I'm also continue to meet with as many municipalities as I can in the very short period of time I have left to campaign. Just getting my name out there, doing interviews like I am right now, Um, yeah, and then getting the vote people out to vote. I think that's the biggest challenge that I have is getting the rural citizens to get out and know the importance of voting.